Hello, and welcome to our day of encouragement. As I continue to walk through Exodus, uh, two of the big stories that always come up are always the crossing, the Passover piece, the exit from Egypt, and then they get to Mount Sinai. We talked about them coming in Exodus 19, and God says, "Don't even come near the mountain." And the cloud comes down, and God speaks to Moses. And then, of course, out of that is the Ten Commandments, Exodus 20. The they're meant really in a way to be memorized, to be internalized. They are used over and over throughout scriptures. They're in Isaiah, they're in the Psalms, they're all through the Gospels. The question comes, which is the greatest? And so they're told to us, and Paul points them out. Yet Paul says to us, he goes, "Don't be worried about the law. Live in Christ." And yet then he says, "Remember the law." And so all of a sudden we hear these words. It says, "I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt and out of the land of slavery." He said, "You will have no other gods before me." First commandment. He then says, "Don't have any graven images." Anybody thinking golden calf at this moment? I'm also thinking, what are the things that I've made my God? I hadn't fashioned a golden calf out here in the yard. But we all tend to put other things ahead of him. He says, "Don't misuse my name." Boy, this one's hard sometimes for us, especially in today's world. It says, "Remember the Sabbath. Make it holy. Honor your father and your mother." The only commandment with a promise, "so that you may live long in the land of the Lord your God." Don't murder, don't commit adultery, don't steal, don't give false testimony, don't lie, don't be telling stories about others. He says, "Don't covet after your neighbor's house, your neighbor's wife, his cow, his donkey, his car, his big home, his nice pool." Don't think they have it better than you and say, "I got to have that." I wonder how we respond to God giving us a way to say, "Here are the boundaries. I want you to know that I love you. I have shown you that." For you and I, our Exodus moment is the cross. It is that moment where Jesus pays the price. He is the ultimate lamb that is talked about in the Exodus. And then he says, out of that, you start loving me. This next piece of how you live out and how you relate to other people, he gives us. I wonder if my actions, my thoughts respond to that piece of, "I am your Lord. I am your God." And then he says, and when that happens, respond these ways. And of course, we then hear the echoes of Jesus in the New Testament. So, which one's the greatest, Jesus? Which one matters the most? And these have always been able to be broken down really into two pieces. Love God with all you have, with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul. Then to go love your neighbor as yourself. And these we put those two together. We have a way of showing who God is. Not the God that the Israelites, the children of God, fear when they hear the rumbling and the dark cloud settling on Sinai. But we have a way of showing a God who is full of grace and who is full of mercy. Take time to ponder those commandments today. See where you might run afoul of them. And go, is that the response that God would have for me today? Because He sent Jesus. Now let them be hot coals that burn within your heart. Isaiah said it is a purging, a purifying peace. Let God's love rest. And let His law lead you and guide you. It's a good way to be encouraged. He set up the boundaries so that you might know where to be. Sometimes we are like the children when we go and carry our kids to the amusement park and they get on the car and it's got a little piece in the middle and really there's the bumpers on the outside, right? And they do this and back and forth, hitting the safety piece. God said, I love you. I have been trying to free you all this time. Sometimes it is good to know where the ditches are, to stay between them. God's shown us His love through the cross. He's also shown us a way where the ditches are, that spot we're supposed to stay out of with our vehicles and with our lives. Hear those words. I'm your God. I love you. Nothing else before me. And then love your neighbors as yourself. Go in peace. Happy Monday.